Hello everyone! In this video, I would like to explain how to find the relationship between two variables. In my case, learning motivation and writing achievement using Pearson product moment correlation in SPSS. Before jumping into the steps, let's understand what a correlation is. A correlation tells us whether two variables move together in a certain direction and how strong that relationship is. There are three types of correlation. Positive linear correlation. When one variable increases, the other also increases. Negative linear correlation. When one variable increases, the other decreases. No correlation. When there is no clear pattern or relationship between the variables. The strength and direction of this relationship is found by a value called R, or the Pearson correlation coefficient, and it ranges from -1 to +1. +1 means perfect positive correlation. -1 means perfect negative correlation. 0 means no correlation at all. Enter your data into SPSS, log, copy, and then go to SPSS. And then label the variables. Click Variable View, rename LM for learning motivation, WA for writing achievement. Make sure the measure type is set to scale. The research question in my project was, is there any significant correlation between learning motivation and writing achievement? So, we set up two hypotheses. No hypothesis, there is no significant correlation between learning motivation and writing achievement. The second is alternative hypothesis. There is a significant correlation between learning motivation and writing achievement. To use Pearson correlation, our data must be normally distributed. So, I did a normality test using Kolmogorov, Smirnov, and Shapiro-Wilk in SPSS. Go to Analyze, Descriptive Statistic, and then Explore. Add both variables to dependent list. In plot, check histogram and check normality plot with test. Continue. Okay. From the output, learning motivation P is 0.198 and writing achievement the P is 0.318. Since both P values are greater than 0.05, this means the data is normally distributed. To visually check whether the data for learning motivation is normally distributed, double-check the histogram for learning motivation to activate the card. Once it's active, click the Show Distribution Curve. Click Normal, and then close. Now, observe the shape of the curve. If the curve is bell-shaped and symmetrical, the distribution is normal. If it's wicked or not symmetrical, the data might not be normally distributed. In this case, the curve for learning motivation looks reasonably bell-shaped, meaning the distribution is normal. Repeat the same steps Double-click on the histogram for writing achievement. Click Show Distribution Curve. Choose Normal Curve, and close. For writing achievement, the curve also looks fairly symmetrical, so we can conclude the data is normally distributed based on the visual. Both variables learning motivation and writing achievement show bell-shaped curve in their histogram with normal curves applied. This supports our statistical normality test result, confirming the both data sets are normally distributed and suitable for Pearson correlation analysis. So, we can move to the next step. Next, we need to check if the relationship between the variables is linear. Go to Analyze, Compare Means, and then put writing achievement as the dependent variable. And learning motivation as the independent variable. Click Option, then check Test for linearity. Continue. Okay. Scroll. In the ANOVA table, the result was linearity. The P is 0.060, and then the definition from linearity, the P is 0.183. Both values are above 0.05, which means the data does not deviate from a straight line. So, yes, the relationship is linear, and we can move to correlation testing. To visualize the relationship, I made a scatter plot. Go to Graphs, Legacy Dialogues, Sketcher or Dot, Simple Sketcher, and then Define. Put learning motivation on the x-axis and writing achievement on the y-axis. Okay. After the scatter plot appears, double-click on the card and select Fit Line at Total. Click Linear and then close. The scatter plot showed a cloud of points that we quite scattered with a slight downward trend, so maybe a weak negative correlation. Now, we test the actual correlation. Go to Analyze, Correlate, Bivariate, select both variables, make sure the Pearson and two-tiled are selected. Click OK. SPSS output R is means 0.163 and P is 0.070. So it means there is a negative correlation, but it is very weak. And because the P value is greater than 0.05, the correlation is not statistically significant.
So, to summarize, the data is normally distributed. The relationship is linear. The correlation is negative and weak. The correlation is not statistically significant. Therefore, we accept the null hypothesis. There is no significant correlation between learning motivation and writing achievement. That's it for this video. I hope my explanation helped you understand how to conduct a correlation analysis in SPSS.
from checking normality and linearity to interpreting the Pearson correlation result. Thank you for watching and have a great day!